Hello and welcome to House Play with me, Patrick. Today we'll be learning how to play Small World. In Small World, you're the emperor of a land and the land is made up of regions. You use the races that occupy those regions to expand out and take control of more regions and expand your power. Over the course of the game, races will become more powerful and eventually decline and be replaced by other races. Now, the board, as you can see, is made up of regions. Regions have different types. So, for example, hills, farms, mountains, swamps, and forests. And they also have icons, so mines, underground regions, and magical regions. And these all together act as modifiers which determine how different races will score. As a player starting a turn with no active race, I have 6 races that I can choose from, and each race is paired with a special ability. The combination of races and special abilities can be looked up on this cheat sheet here, which explains what the race does. Now, to start my turn, I want to pick trolls. It benefits you to pick from the bottom of the list of races if you can, since you're going to have to place a victory coin on every race you wish to skip. So I have to place a victory coin here on the giants in order to take the trolls. And the trolls come with an icon here which says how many troll tokens I get, and an icon here which says what the troll's racial trait is. I also get them paired with a special ability which says how many additional trolls I get, and a special ability which is related to scoring. So I get 9 trolls from the box, and then I can start my turn with the trolls by deploying into an edge region. Now, I'm not allowed to deploy into the sea on this side or the sea on this side, and during the game I can't play into the lake in the middle unless I have a special ability which allows me to do that. It costs me 2 troll tokens to take a single region when it is empty, and then an additional token for every card tile found in that region. So for example, I can take this forest here for 2 using the trolls, and then I take this hill region using 2. Now I've got some options. I can take this mountain for 3 because the mountain token is in the square, so it costs 1 extra to do. I could take this race with a declining tribe in it for 3 because the tribe counts as an extra token. Or I could take this hill which has 2 human tokens in it for 4 troll tokens. Now, what I choose to do is take 4 tokens and put them into the region with the farmers. The farmer's player has one of his farmers returned to the box, but his other farmer gets returned to his play area for him to redeploy and reinforce his other active regions. I've then got 1 troll left. Now, I may want to take this swamp region over here from the declining tribe, but to do that, I'm going to need more troll tokens. I can use the dice to try and win myself some extra troll tokens. The dice has 6 faces, 3 of which are blank, 1 which has 1 troll token, 1 worth 2 troll tokens, and 1 worth 3. I roll it to find out whether I generate enough troll tokens to take the region. In this case, I generate 3 tokens, and so I take the region from the declining tribe, and it is returned to the box. That would be the end of my turn, at which point I would score. So I score 1 for each region I occupy, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And because I have the forest special ability on my trolls, I score an additional point for that. So that makes 5 in total. So I take 5 victory tokens and add them to my play area. In subsequent turns, I may choose to take my trolls back into my hand, additional trolls back into my hand, and to use them to take other regions, expanding like so for 3 points into here, and attempting maybe to take this mountain using dice. After I've played my trolls, I can always pick up additional trolls without removing the last troll from the region, and redeployment them to places that I want to reinforce. Here I might choose to reinforce this hill and this swamp because I'm worried about the human player attacking me. Right, at the end of that turn, again I would score, and here I score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eventually my trolls will be spread so thin, or I'll be finding them ineffective, that I may want to decline them. So in my turn, when I come to decline, I discard my racial special power, flip my troll token onto the declining race side, and then I remove all the additional trolls so that there is one troll in each region. I then flip them over onto their declining side. My declining race still scores me points, but I can't move them or do the sort of things like attacking other players that you could do with an active race. So in this turn, I'll score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tokens. In my next turn, I'll start my turn with no active race, which means we go back to the list of races available and pick a new race and special power combo. In this instance, I'd like to choose wizards, so I'll have to put an incentive victory point on both the giants and the skeletons. Take the wizards with the hill special ability, which gives me 9 active wizards, which come in from the edge of the board, like another starting active race. I can choose if I want with my wizards to attack other people's active races or other people's declined races, and I can even, if it suits me to do so, attack my declining trolls, although it's rare that this is valuable to do. In this case, I score 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1 for this magical region here, and 1 for this magical region here, so that makes a total of 6. And then I also score my declining race, the trolls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I score 12 points this turn. I can only ever have 1 active race and 1 declining race, unless a special ability allows me to do otherwise. So when I come to decline my wizards, I have to discard the trolls. This does mean that you often end up with a turn which scores you far fewer points than the previous turn, but it's sometimes required to progress in the game. Now, the game proceeds with each player taking turns. When the crown reaches the last square here and all players have had a turn in that round, the game is over. The player who has the most victory tokens at the end is the winner. And that is how you play Small World.